Welcome to Rock Up Racing.
So here we go, the first video in a series where we're going to turn this Alfa Romeo Mito into a race car. So this came into us here at Coastal Motorsport with a cracked subframe. The driver's side completely collapsed, and the owner had been battling with issues with this car for months and months, and they thought, this is it, I can't deal with this car anymore. So they sold it to us for a couple of £100, and now we've had the grand idea of turning this, look at that, turning this into a race car. So as you can see, this wheel's pointing that way. This wheel's pointing that way. So it's not ideal, but we found on the old interwebs a new subframe. So first job is to fix this car up, put the new subframe in so we can at least make it drivable. And I think we're just going to take it straight to Snetterton and just lay a baseline for this car. And then we're just going to build it up. This is going to get out of hand, I'm sure. But we want you here for the journey. So we'll see you guys in part 2. Woo! Right, welcome to part 2 of the Mito build. It's time to rip out that subframe.
So to get this subframe out, what we have to do is remove the drop links. I've actually cut them because we've got 2 new ones. There's no point in messing around with these awkward bolts when they get stuck in there. Just cut the thing out if you've got a spare one. You know, these were worn out anyway, so it made sense to replace them. Then there's a bolt that retains the lower arms through there. Get those out, give them a smack, they come out. They're both out of there. We've actually got, this is why our subframe is being replaced. Actually detached from it completely. One came out really easily, and one is being a massive, we got there in the end, an extremely rusty bolt. I apologise for not filming it, but it all got a bit exciting when I got the debushes in, but it's all in. So we will see you in part 3 where we finish up this job and me, Rob and Charlie go for our first drive.
Just don't worry about that bit. Just don't worry about that bit. It's part 3. Let's go!
Now the arms are in. The new arm fitted on the driver's side. This is the one that broke on the old subframe. The old one on the passenger side has been reused. The bracket that come off the subframe was obviously spinning around. Normally have a captive nut on the end. So we get the impact gun, you just impact it in, out, cleans up the threads, you can then get the bolt out and reuse it. These are all tight now, so just do a basic spanner check, plug the old lambda back in on the exhaust, and to make sure it's all tight, and then obviously get these old nuts that are still in there from the old links, fit the new links, and then wheels back on, and we can give it our first drive.
She's all ready. Let's go for a drive. There's no air in that. Let's send it. Oh. Let's go, chest cam. What's that noise? Oh, it's got parking sensors. There's nothing behind me. Ooh. There is definitely something catching on here. Something's catching. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Oh dear. Okay. There, something feels like, could be like a caliper maybe stuck. That's what it kind of feels like. Okay, let's get this back. Let's get this back. Abort mission. Abort mission. So yeah, it has a seized caliper, but we've ordered one, so we'll wait for that to turn up. In the meantime, we've got this beamer in for some tracking, some geo. So Tom's on that, aren't you, Tom? On it. He's on it.
We're on it. We're on it.
So we'll see you guys for part 4 where we fix it again. Side exit exhaust, baby!
The exhaust was never going to stay standard for long, so what I figured to do is, save a bit of money. You know what it's like, times are hard. I've essentially cut the back box off, robbed the midsection. As it normally angles around and comes out the back. What I intend on doing is binning that stupid box that makes everything quiet and boring. Nice little sleeve there, and a side pipe.
So not only did we do the side exit exhaust, we actually also just went straight for it and put a stage 2 remap on it. So that took the car from 155 horsepower to 185, and then the torque from 230 to 310. So this is gonna be insane.
Or is the cat on fire or something?
Are we on fire? Something's rattling, isn't there?
Offset.
Is the exhaust full enough, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Top full enough. That's the pops and bangs for you, mate.
Is it literally blowing the exhaust off?
Yeah.
Is it really? Ah, we've blown the exhaust off. Alright, so yeah, we've blown the exhaust off. So we've got to stick the exhaust back on top.
Yeah. So the clamp we had was the only one we had on the shelf, and it was a little bit too big. And having heard it when it was hot, I knew it would last about 5 seconds before it fell off. So we'll get a smaller clamp and we'll turn the pops and bangs off, and then it'll be fine. We are back for part 5. So the exhaust fix was fairly simple. I had a 64mm clamp on it, which was way too big. It's only one we had. So we got hold of a 57, which is perfect. That's all clamped up now. Perfect, absolutely perfect, and very legit. The turbo noises sounded great running with no airbox, but realistically we need something to cover it. So I've taken the lining out of the old air filter that was in the airbox, essentially fabbed up a little Jubilee cover, just stop any water or any crap coming in. It's not going to stop water, but it's going to stop anything else going in there. But yeah, it's the best of both worlds. We don't need that when we get turbo noises.
We're just experimenting with what we're going to do in livery wise. Put some ideas. We've got this awesome wrap for this. Oh, Tom's really excited to do some wrapping up too.
Yeah.
I've made some inspirational pictures for how I'd like it to look.
Charlie, how long did you spend on Photoshop?
Oh, loads. So, as you can see, the car is filthy. Showroom, waterless car wash and wax. You do a little bit here. Look at that. That is like new. Look at that, that's beautiful. Yeah, look, see? It washes all the car. Oh, look at that.
The blue wrap's going on nicely. I'm going to go for random squares all over it. You can see the finish is absolutely excellent. All over, you can see that's really good. I mean, you'd pay a lot of money for that. Luckily, I'm sort of a skilled rapper now, so I can do these things with my eyes shut. But yeah, we're going to go for patchwork all over it to cover up how paint is. And yeah, soon enough, we're going to have a really, really cool livery on this little race car. The squeegee not only gets rid of the air in the wrap, but it can also get rid of the lacquer on the car. So that's ideal. Multi-purpose tools we got here. I'm really hoping by the end of this video, Yanamais is going to give me a job. As you guys can see, we're going for this sort of Renault Sport theme. I tell you what, all I can say is Yanamais hit me up, because that looks amazing. It's going really well, actually. I'm really happy with the results so far. I'm starting on the door now. As you can see, I've got a decent amount of hang on. I've got a decent amount on the front and the side. Into the door now. We've got a couple of hurdles. I mean, we've got a massive bit of lacquer peel there, which you can see through that. The mood board's in tatters, but luckily, the car isn't. Look at it. Look at the finish. Excellent. Lovely old job. Just like that, it's the end of the day and we have a decent amount of this done. We've got the whole of that side done. Front is pretty much done. This side is getting there. The roof is just about started now. And I'm basically going, I mean, what all the best wrappers do, you essentially clean as you wrap. So I haven't cleaned the back yet, but yeah, we'll come from the back down and obviously do a bit around the back here.
So here we are at Coastal Motorsport, and today
I'm going to show you my...
Your hair looks fine, mate.
We're in, we're ready. Here we go, Charlie. Come on. Look at
So
this.
here we go, we're at Coastal...
Restart.
Here we are, Coastal Motorsport. Tom, what's happening today?
We are taking our Mito track car to Snetterton circuit for an evening session. I'm very excited.
So, the Rock Up Racing team takes their feisty little Mito to Snetterton. It's had a subframe repair, a side pipe fitted, and a Stage 2 remap. With over 100,000 miles under its belt, this old commuter car is facing its biggest challenge yet. The goal? To see what kind of lap time it can set. Will it surprise us all, or will it fall apart at the first corner? Let's get it on the track and find out.
How did the noise test go?
81 dB.
Really? Awesome.
He noise tested the back.
You noise tested? That really helps you pick off side pipe. I mean, it is a cool car, what can I say? Everyone just wishes they had one. They're nice, aren't they? Look at the lacquer proper. I always wanted to drive an Italian sports car, and now I am. The Alfa Romeo Mito. It's a dream come true, it really is. When I was a boy I always dreamed of driving like Italian sports cars and supercars, and
First thing you notice, the seats. There's absolutely no bolstering whatsoever. It's like sitting on a slip and slide. On the first lap after the outlap, heading into the first corner after the pit straight, no brakes. The team has cooked them in just one outlap. This is going to get very interesting.
Do you reckon the brake's going to last?
No, not at all. No. I was trying to preserve it. I was doing my best to preserve it. Had a great time, you know.
The little bit that was left is...
Yeah, you go around like 70%, like I was saying. You don't need much brakes, it's fine, but Robert will go around at 170% and it will come in on fire, so that'll make good content though, so it's fine.
It would, yeah.
Amazingly, the car has run for 2 hours continuously altogether, and the engine has been absolutely sweet. Temperatures have been stable throughout. What this car really needs now are racing seats, coilovers, and proper racing brake fluid and pads. The team discovered that when coming in to change drivers, the brake fluid would boil. Heading back out, they'd have 0 brakes for the first few corners until they started to come back. This little car is pretty impressive, and the team is really looking forward to having fun with this side project.